With something like E3 sort of dead and gone, we don't have that big show that we can then see all those big new game announcements for the year. Sure, we get some stuff from cons or at a PAX and such, but nothing as big as something like E3, or at least how it used to be. Now we have the Summer Games Fest, which can be a pretty big mixed bag as it pertains to really getting some excitement going for new announcements, and especially how those shows turn out. When good, there's some stuff to really get excited for. When bad, it's a poorly issued Nintendo Direct or State of Play. As it pertains to something like this for say the likes of Tomb Raider, it seemed like maybe we would get a piece of something here. Again, if you have something big to show, and Tomb Raider is pretty big, you'd figure this is where you would want to show it off. There's rumors of a new remastered set being worked on currently, and the likes of finally showing off the new Tomb Raider game. And yet, sadly, here we are. We don't have anything of note for Lara or Tomb Raider to really see here. A deal was struck with Amazon to be the ones that not only push forward a new live-action TV show with Tomb Raider, but I believe they're also going to be the ones publishing the brand new big Tomb Raider game that we all want to see. There are so many questions surrounding this title. Will it take place after the Survivor games and continue that line? Will it be something completely new and fresh, like a brand new reboot to the entire series, creating a new timeline of sorts? Will it end up being some full-blown remake of the original titles, modernized for today? Or will it be something that tries to unify all the different elements from the many different eras of Lara and her adventures? We really have no idea what this new game is going to be like. It kind of feels like one of Crystal Dynamics' worst kept secrets. Like we, the audience, the players know that the new game is being worked on, and yet we have heard and continue to hear nothing on it. When will they show us something for this game? Is the game dead? Was it rebooted? Did they need to shuffle some stuff around? Where is it in the developmental process? So many unknowns other than the fact that Crystal are the ones making the game. I'm beginning to wonder if we're ever going to see this title. Who knows? I guess something to kind of think about is that we haven't really seen anything from this new game, which can be good in a way. It's not like they did this announcement, didn't show much, and then we are waiting for any update on the project. I would wager too that Crystal is also in a really tough spot, because it's been so many years since we've seen anything from a mainline Tomb Raider game. So while we don't have anything early to go off of for this new Tomb Raider title, anticipation has continued to grow and build very high because of how long it has taken to actually make this game. I have no idea what goes into game development for this title, but one thing that seems to be a reported problem with a lot of AAA games nowadays is how their budgets and development times have greatly ballooned. I mean, I look back to not too many generations ago, like say on the PS3, we'd get complete trilogies of titles there, all great entries too. Look at the Uncharted games as a good example. On the PS1, sometimes we would see more than trilogies being made as well. I'm not saying I need a new entry within a franchise every year, but maybe one every 3 to 4 sounds pretty reasonable. The lack of showing anything right now tells me that maybe this project does have some problems, and maybe they have rebooted it, or it's just in a lot of trouble. Now I also want to say too that I could end up being all wrong on this game and it's just fine, it's just taking longer to make. I'm totally fine with being wrong, I'd rather be wrong in that case. I just want a good game. I actually thought there was a chance we'd be seeing something for the Tomb Raider Legend Trilogy remastered games at the Summer Games Fest thing. Aspire was quote tweeting something about the show, and I was like, there's a decent chance that this ends up being Tomb Raider related, or at least I hope so. It turned out to be a remaster for Neverwinter, which isn't a bad thing at all, but if you wanted Tomb Raider, then you were probably a bit disappointed. These Legend games seem to be the next things we're probably going to end up seeing, as it pertains to something new for Lara Croft and Tomb Raider. All the core design titles are remastered and accounted for. The natural next step would be to move on to the Legend Trilogy. As a huge fan of those games, it's the underrated trilogy, especially as I see them. There's a lot that could be done to improve those games too. Yes, they all still play great, wonderful titles, but the likes of something like Underworld is where we could see some more love and improvements given there, especially if given that opportunity. I hope we see that happen. Now shifting back to the brand new mainline mainline Tomb Raider game. I have no idea where we are with it. It would be great to see this game announced, see what kind of game it's actually gonna be. Is this going to be more combat focused like the Survivor titles? Will it be focused on platforming, exploration, and puzzle solving like many of the core design games? Will it be something like the Legend trilogy? I have no idea, but I do think the new Tomb Raider game should very much have a strong component and focus on the core exploration, hands-off puzzle solving, and fun platforming. While it probably won't end up playing like the core design games, I think implementing and keeping that design in mind is something that many of the longtime fans want. They want old school Lara design with modern tech. I think the same goes for the characterization too. We do not need to see where she is becoming this thing, just have her as the Tomb Raider and throw her in another adventure. While I would not push for an open world, I could see the likes of a hub-like structure being mixed in with more traditional tombs, being something that could work very well here. I want Lara running around, being able to use her pistols too, and maybe having some set pieces as well. But this new Tomb Raider shouldn't be an on-rails roller coaster. They need to allow both the game and the player to breathe a bit. Let us get lost in a tomb, have that feeling of isolation. She can have a team that she uses for stuff, but then know when to cut that off, and really having that feeling of being alone, almost like the player needs to survive too. You would need developers who love this series as much as the fans do too. Could the new game be great? Yes, I hope so. Will it be? I have no idea. The lack of information can be concerning. At the same time, it is best to only show something when you have the best thing to show. Meaning if you're going to come out with something right now, you better come out swinging. Right now, we need to just sit tight and then enjoy the excitement whenever these things get announced and then released. What were your thoughts on all of this? Were you disappointed in nothing being shown for Tomb Raider? Let me know all of this in the comments down below. If you're interested in supporting the channel, please check out my Patreon page. For just $1 a month, you can help to keep this channel going strong, and this allows me to be able to do more for my awesome audience. Please check out the links in the description and pinned comment for ways to support the channel. And most of all, thank you very much for watching.